Right, my friends, how you all doing? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another fresh episode of Urbek City Builder. Last episode is linked above. If you've not yet seen it, my friends, we're going to continue with our first city that we're building in the game. Last time we got to the point where we had the neighborhood council. We'd kind of done a lot of farming. We had our resources absolutely popping off in the corner, as you can see, and we're going to continue today to carry on unlocking things, placing new things in, making our town a thriving little metropolis, basically. Now, something I was looking at just as I finished last episode was this little area down here, and I think we could probably add some more fishermen's houses because I just like the way they look, and I kind of want the I want all of this area here to look really, really nice and kind of match up. So I think what we're going to do, first things first, we're going to add another dock. We're going to put the dock in there. Let me just check what the radius is. That's going to hit all of those houses up, potentially some of these houses as well, which is interesting. And then I'm going to carry that road on to about that point there, where we're going to fill this, and then we might be able to do like a tiny little village down here as well, which might be pretty cool. So let's just add the houses in down here so we can fill this area out, and I'm actually going to put houses this side of the road as well. That is the lumberjack place there, so we are kind of backing onto that now. But you know what, we've got all of this that's going to be you know, be used as resources as time goes on. They might end up as lumberjack wooden ones there. So we've got a lumberjack cabin. You can get lumberjack houses. So they just have to be within a certain radius. Yeah, no, sorry, the lumberjack cabin turns into a lumberjack house with certain houses in radius, and it's just done that, as you can see. So that's just upgraded, so that's pretty cool. That's done. I believe the house ends up producing more of this resource, so that's a big plus, basically. And as you can see, that's looking really, really cool, isn't it? Now that's looking really pretty. I am considering taking this house out because it doesn't match up, and then putting a park in there at a later date, just because it doesn't really feel like it's part of the bigger picture down there. So we are working towards lots of things in today's episode. We're going to try to work towards the school, so we need to get to 1800. I want to try and get the mini market in, and we want to try and work to the iron mine, which is 1700. We want to unlock more parks and stuff, so we need to start placing more of that in. I want to get some nightlife in. I want to try and get to the happiness with the football, and I want to try and get the chapel as well, so we can really start packing our main road out with lots of things that will interest our villagers, basically. I don't know why I can't speak sometimes. My brain does not work. We're okay for food. We don't need to worry about that. Wood is one I'm a little concerned about. Just 16 a month. So I am a little concerned at that. But, you know, we've got pretty much a pretty good surplus on everything else. So, first things first, let's get some nightlife going in this village, shall we? We'll get a village bar in. And I am actually going to put the village bar... I'm going to put it next to... I know these are a couple of houses here, but you do kind of see this thing. So I'm going to put that village bar there. And then I want to get a mini market as well. Now, the mini market has got a radius, and the reason for that is the mini market is a food service, and to upgrade houses to the next level, you need things like leisure and food services and sport and things like that. So the house needs to be in that radius. So as you can see, that radius covers quite a lot of the houses. So we're probably going to have to put one here. We're going to probably need one over here, and we're going to need them over here as well if we want to upgrade all these houses. But for now, we're just going to carry on with this bunch down here. So I'm going to put the mini market there. And so as you can see, the houses all start upgrading straight away because of what we've just placed in. So if I was to go on one of these, a wealthy village house now, because all of its needs are being met, one food service and one leisure and zero pollution, basically. So that's what helps with that. It does consume energy, and this is what I was saying. This is why this is an important commodity, because some stuff starts to you know, eat that stuff up, basically. And we've unlocked the chapel as well. Now, as far as the chapel's concerned, we can't build it yet because we need to get those. We need to get that mine going. So we're going to have to hold off on that for a little while. and the football pitch got unlocked as well. As you can see, it consumes 20 of our building resources, but a football pitch, you kind of need the football pitches for leisure and sport. They take up quite an area though, to be fair. So I think what we'll do is the football pitch, I think we're going to place in a different area. And I kind of want to make, because I'm trying to make this pretty as well, I want to try and make the football pitch part of like a park, if I can. I might run a road around the back of it, but I might run some parks down either side. So we'll put the football pitch there. That's going to help all these houses and stuff at a later date. So at the moment, I think their needs are being met. That's a village house. So for it to go to a wealthy house, it needs food. So it doesn't have any food in its radius. So that's basically something we're going to have to work on over here. If I was to click on that shop again, yeah, it just misses this lot. So this is our main street. So we can definitely put another food service kind of up this end as well. But for now, let's just work on making this little area over here quite pretty, shall we? So that's actually perfect because we can run that road up there, and then we can get some of our parks, and I think we'll run 2 there and 2 there, and that will be really nice, like that football pitch sandwiched in between. What a lucky little village this is to have that there. So do I want to upgrade these houses yet? I think we can just hold off for the minute. I think if we go on the shop, yeah, we're not really going to unlock anything. We need to unlock Village Bar 2. It needs 500 people. We need another nightlife, but we need 500 people within that radius of that thing. So we would probably have to pack the other side of the road out in houses to achieve that, I think. I don't know if we would. I don't actually know if we'd be able to achieve what we need to get the second level of that bar in the village. But yeah, I guess what we do need to really do is work towards this population, because there's stuff we want to unlock and we want to get going. The iron mine is definitely one, because as we know, we need that for the chapel. So let's get to 1700 population, shall we? So I'm going to run this road up to there, and I'm going to run that road down, and I'm going to fill all this in with houses, because we're going to do a slightly different kind of look over there. So by the way, something that I want to make you aware of, when you put parks in and they're next to the roads, it ends up making these lovely little tree verges on the roads. It makes the roads look a bit prettier, which I'm a big fan of. But the trouble is, the parks consume so much of this. Like, as you can see, look, the parks are consuming 240, and we have got 6 slabs of parking. So I think that shows you just how much they take up. So yeah, it's quite a big deal. So let's put houses there. Put houses all over here as well, and then I'm gonna put that like that, and we're gonna put a nice park there on the corner over in that plot. So let's get some more houses going over there. See where that gets out population to. We've got the red bridge unlocked. That's just a different version of the bridge that we've already got. It's going across there. So that gets us to 1600. So it was 1700 we needed to get to, wasn't it? So yeah, we do need to add some more houses. So I guess we'll just do the obvious, and we'll pack this area in down here. See where that gets us. Just keeping an eye on everything as well. We're all right. Like production wise, we're actually fine. We really can just go to town with placing buildings and whatnot if we want. I think I am going to put another mini market in and get these houses upgraded potentially. So if I was to put it there, that would pretty much do all of those houses. So let's put that in. We'll put that there. And that's going to get all those houses upgrading, and they're going to look very, very nice. But yeah, we've unlocked the iron mine now. So we need the iron mine to be able to produce iron, and iron is going to be a commodity that we're going to need to use to build other stuff. The heavy iron mine is something else that gets unlocked. As you can see, to unlock that population of 4,800, you need 17 warehouses of steelworks. These are all things that we're going to be working towards and trying to unlock in the future, but obviously there's levels to the game. Essentially, the game almost works like a puzzle in that you have to fill parts out to unlock new things. It's sort of, in my opinion, that's how it works, and I think that's what makes this such a unique little city builder, to be honest with you. There's no money in the game, which I obviously picked up on in the very first episode of the series, and I think that's what makes it interesting. I like the art style as well. I'm a big fan of that. So yeah, I am a fan of this game. Like, I feel like I'm gonna enjoy this series. So this stone stuff that you can see on the ground, this is actually iron ore, and you use your mine to farm this stuff. So we are going to put that right in there. That's actually perfect, the way that that's ended up being sandwiched in the middle, because that's going to look very, very nice. Now, iron miners' houses are they're like cheaper accommodation. So if I was to click on a normal house, is it iron miner's house? You'll see that they produce iron miner's houses actually produce 1 iron, but they take up 10 food and this, and they basically, it's 1 or more iron industries have to be within a 5 radius of the house. But the trouble with this is these produce pollution. So say we were to go 5 away, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the houses would have to be about there, but if I was to click on it, you'll see that's just about where the pollution is. You know, to put them inside, you're opening up your you know, whoever lives in that area to the pollution, basically. So yeah, that's essentially what you have to think about when you're doing that. So yeah, but we've got our iron ore in, so that means we're producing this now, which is really interesting. I don't know if we've got any other. Yes, we have. We've got another iron deposit over here. Now we are actually using this forest, so I don't want to put a path there, because we'd end up splitting the forest, and then, you know, we're reducing the amount of resources we've got. But I do think it would pay dividend to have the iron mine going as well over here. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put that bridge over there, and I'm gonna put an iron mine. I'm gonna put the iron mine in over there, I think. So there. I'm going to do it this way rather than going through our forest that we're currently using. And we can go through that one because it's just a bit of a weird place to have the forest. We'll run that way, and then we will put the iron mine there, so it's right next door. So we're actually producing like a fair amount, but that is it. That's all the iron we've got on this map by the looks of things. So we're not going to be producing that at a very good rate to start with. Not sure if when we get to our upgraded sort of iron works and whatnot, if that will help, but we'll see in the future, basically. So now that that is unlocked, we are going to be working towards the school. Now we need to get to 100 iron before we can build it, and we also need to get our population up a bit more before we can do that. And then on top of the school, what else are we working towards? Is there anything else? Pond. We want to get the gravelled area, paved area. We just need to start adding more parks, basically. That's a long way off, and then we've got the chapel. Chapel is something we can actually build now. What does it actually give us, the chapel? The first way to get faith in your city. I'm assuming then faith is going to become. So it's got 2 leisure and 2 faith. So that's going to be important for upgrading houses, isn't it? So I guess we are going to need one. And we've got more than enough resources to kind of put it in. I'm going to put it on the corner there. As you can see, it's actually started upgrading some houses. So should have rotated that. I'm actually going to delete it, and just because of my weird little OCD, yeah, I'm going to have it. Oh my god, why won't it? Can we please? Yes, there we go. That's how I wanted it. So the faith is there on the corner, our church. So we've got a bar and a shop there, the church and the shop there. And that's what's nice, is all of our little things are going to be on this road. I quite like that. So the population is what we're going to work to next. I'm actually going to fill this little area down here out, I think. It's going to be a nice little part of town that's tucked away, isn't it? We'll just continue that road there, and then I'm going to throw it through, and that's going to be it's going to be 3 deep. It should be all right. Let's throw the houses in there, and we'll put the houses there. And then if we want, we could probably have another dock down here if we wanted. The other dock is within the radius, so it's going to be a bit of a problem. Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see about that. So we definitely can't build it there, so I'm just going to put a couple more houses. And it might be a case of having to put it there. If we delete those two out, can the dock go there? Yes, it can. So I think I'm going to put another dock there, just because I like the way the fishermen's houses look, and then we will put the park there like we did last time. So that'll fill all that out. Right, so we reached 1800, didn't we? Right, 1920 is where we're actually at. Food is quite low, so I might go and add some more farms and just get that up again. This resource is very high, so we've kind of got the ability to do that. And I think we're going to need some more lumberjack places as well, because only to producing 11 a month when we're doing the amount of building we are is a little bit of a worry. So we've got the ability to put some on this little area down here, haven't we? And we've got a nice spot for it as well. So let's put that there and a lumberjack cabin there. And that'll add, so that's up to 19. So we're already kind of doing all of that area there. And we could... This could, obviously, these roads and stuff could change at a later date, but for now, I'm just trying to produce as much stuff as possible. Oh my god, achievement. Very well. You have chosen the path you want. Following the city will be the path of production. Work, wood, and energy, and it unlocks a new truck. There we go. Nice. I quite like that as well, is that you unlock new vehicle types and whatnot as you go on. So we'll just stick the cabin in there. So, okay, we're up to 27 wood production a month, so that's good. That'll really help start filling that in. Right, so now let's take a proper look at what we can do and the stuff that we've got at our disposal. Food is going to be something I will work on before we move on to anything new, though. But I want to get the school in, because that will help us get skilled workers, which is going to be something we are going to need at a later date. We are going to be working towards the coal mine, the coal plant, the warehouse, the factory, and the sawmill. As you can see, though, the population needs to be quite high for all that. Still haven't unlocked all of this, so we need to add in more green space by the looks of things. The village bar, this is a long way off. Sport, and then you've got your church. So what we probably need to do is get that second bar in, so then we can work towards the next lot of like nightlife. But I don't want to put another bar like on the in this same area. I think that makes it doesn't make a lot of sense to do that. I'm absolutely in love with this little plot down here. Like absolutely in love with the way the trees have kind of buried it in there. I'm gonna throw some houses in that spot there next to the trees as well. So let's actually, before we do anything, let's just get some more farming going, shall we? I think that makes a lot of sense to do that. So we're going to go to our farming. We're going to go to the farmhouse and add you there. Add that there. We're going to do this right up against the forest area. So where's that taking us to? 403. So just a little bit that you add really pushes your farming up, doesn't it? And then we could add another grain silo because they help a lot. We can't put it within that close an area, can we? So yeah, we might be able to add one towards the back though. I'm going to add it there. And then I'm going to add a couple of bits of farmland at the back just to make it all cohesive. And I'm going to add all the farmland there. I do need to delete that little tree out though. And we'll add that in there. So that's plenty more food. That's got us up to 851 again. There are actually, I've just noticed, there's a couple of plots in the middle that haven't been filled out because there was trees there. So let's delete that out. I'm a big fan of like having all of our kind of industry that side of the river. We'll obviously probably have some little small village plots and whatnot. Like I actually think one down here might be quite nice, but having all of our heavy industry that side of the water and then having all of our living space kind of over here does make sense to me. So what do we want to do? I think the school is going to be the next thing that we want to get in. The school is actually quite large, so we might have to delete some houses. Now I want to try and get it on the main road to school because it's going to cover such a big like land area. It's going to end up, you know, doing a lot of houses basically. So I think on this corner might be the safest bet to put it. I'm going to put the school there. So now we unlock the suburb, and as you can see, the houses are all kind of upgrading into suburbs. Now, memory serves me correct, you get to wealthy suburbs. You get religious neighbourhoods with if you have like an abundance of faith. So yeah, a suburb actually consumes 2 of this new. So basically, this is this here is a skilled work. This is schools give you this commodity to work with. So they actually use. They produce 2 of those. So these suburbs actually produce this material. That's something I wasn't aware of that when I was playing this before. So that's interesting. You need suburbs then to produce this material, because that's obviously going to be something that's important later down the line. This is work. I'm assuming. Oh no, a suburban house does produce this as well, but quite a lot of it. Yeah, the lumber camp is the only thing that produces wood at the moment. Iron. And then the lumberjack cabin, house and watermill, what's producing that. And then all of our farms. And the fishermen's houses produce food. There you go. They do have a so they do have a purpose. Right, okay, that's cool. That's actually good to do that, gang. Like, if you haven't done that yet, make sure you do that. Actually have a proper look and a breakdown of you know, what you're doing. 2 chapels. I thought, what? I've only got 1 chapel. There's 1 chapel there. What? I don't know why that's saying we've got 2 chapels. That's strange. Okay. So, right. We are there. Where do we want to go next? Yeah, we're kind of at a point where it's just about population growth and, you know, adding other little things in, isn't it? So I think what I'm going to do Because remember, this is all about making it look very nice as well as it, you know, being functional. I'm going to run a road there. I'm going to add some housing down here. And I'm actually, rather than add loads and loads of housing, I'm going to add a house there. I'm going to add a big park. Something I think I'm going to do. So, a condominium is necessary for poor suburbs to appear. But why would you want poor suburbs? Unless you need the poor suburbs for certain areas. But I think so that's 55, that's quite a lot. Let's just use the normal parks for now. I'm going to do a 3x2 park. As you see, that used quite a lot, didn't it? We're going to put that in there. And then I'm going to put in another dock down. Yeah, I want to be able to cover the whole kind of road. I'm going to put a dock there. And then we're going to fill out all of this with houses. So we get another bit down there that helps us produce a bit more food, because that's going to be very, very helpful. And again, I love the forest kind of all in between our town. I think that's really, really nice. So where are we going to go next? So we're actually working on this area here. So if I was to try and go over here, we're going to have to split that and then add another lumber mill. I think what I need to do is I do need to add another bar. So I think we're just going to have to pick an area and put the bar in so that we can get to that point where we've got 2 bars and we can work towards unlocking, you know, another one basically. I'm going to put it right there on that T-junction. Another bar, and I think as well, yeah, there we go. Village bar 2-story is unlocked. So that one's upgraded already because it's met the needs. It was the 500 residents, so yeah, it met the needs already. So that's upgraded. That's really cool. And then there you go. Look, you get an urban bar and you get a cabaret. So you need 20 nightlife to get to that point. We only have 3 at the moment, and you need 5 nightlife to get to the urban bar. Wow. Okay, so there is actually a lot to this, isn't there? Like the things you can unlock. I did see that you need 3 sports fields to unlock a sports complex. So 3 sports fields. That's going to be something we can work towards as well. I think we might work towards that next episode, though. I want to try and tie this one up soon. I don't want these episodes to be too long. So that, yeah, there's that. And then what I wanted to do was the shop here. So yeah, we're going to need a shop up there. So I think I'm going to put one of those in as well there next door, and that will help upgrade some of these properties up here, because I think they're all within the school district. Yeah, they are. So we should get some more suburbs basically now, hopefully, because we're meeting the needs. Is it an empty plot? No, you can't put anything there. Gravel area, floral park, main square. Okay, so there's lots of areas we need to kind of work towards, isn't there? I think I might put a little gravel one there, because it looks as though it joins the road up, doesn't it? To there. Quite a pretty little area, and I might put one of those in there as well. That joins that up. I want to know where the other chapel is, because as far as I'm aware, I only have the one, but the game's telling me I have 2. So yeah, I'm a bit confused at that, to be honest with you. But yeah, we've actually done a real bunch in today's episode, haven't we? We're in a really nice spot where all of our production's concerned. We are a little low on some of it, but I feel like we can increase that next episode by like being a bit more clever about what we're doing. But yeah, I really like the way this is going, and we're going to get into some real exciting stuff now going forward, because we're going to get to the nitty gritty. But my friends, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Show your support by subscribing to the channel and drop a like on the video if you've enjoyed it. As I say each and every episode on any of the videos on this channel, feel free to get involved in that comment section below, and I will be sure to reply. But until next time, my friends, stay safe, stay humble, and I will see ya real soon.